Okay, good evening everyone. I welcome you all to this True Digital Venture X fortnightly call today. It's our endeavor to, take ahead the funding of all the startups that are listed on our platform. Before I go to the detail, let me just introduce myself. I am Major General Digvijay Setia, Sena Medal and Vishish Seva Medal. I worked in the army for over 40 years. In the combat arm, I was in the Corps of Engineers, otherwise engineer by profession, and have been associated with True Digital and Sanjeev for the last 2 years. I am enjoying every bit of this journey with him. From the combat side of the army, 40 years, a disciplined soldier, I'm learning something about, startups, finances. For me, it's an amazing thing. Uh, and I must tell you that this fortnightly call, every time we have it, I receive a lot of feedback from the call that we've had, and everyone who joins the call has been enjoying it. Anyway, today, as of today, we have almost 235 startups on our platform. As you're all aware, it's a very democratic platform where one side we have the founders of the startups, and the other side we have uh, the the investors if they match up on their own. Otherwise, we scout the startups to the investors. But today we have the privilege of having two investors whom I would like to introduce before we go to the two dynamic and energetic founders that who are going to make their presentations on their businesses and their startups. First, I would like to introduce Mr. Prabhas Nirve. He is the founder and CEO of Jharkhand Angels. He's a postgraduate in HR from XISS Ranchi. He's a topper of his batch. A senior professional with 20 years of experience in some very big corporates. He's worked with ACC, VF Arvind. He was the head of HR in SAB Miller India. And in 2015, he quit SAB Miller and he founded this Flip Carbon, which he's been heading its consulting practice since January 2015. He is the virtual and shared CHRO at multiple organizations spanning various industries. He's the founder and CEO of Jharkhand Angels, as I told you all earlier, an angel network that is focused on Bharat. Some of his achievements are really astounding. He's said, he's some of the startups that have worked with him have grown phenomenally, maybe 20 times, 25 times in 1,000 days. He's also a very avid writer. Some of his writings have been published and acknowledged. I would like to read what his published works are. He's written Work from Home and Mental Well-being. This is a recent publication in 2021. Then the Misdirected Search for Talent in the Business World. This is a 2018 publication. He has a revolutionary streak. He doesn't like to exist with the status quo. And I think people who are great and who progress in life are people who don't like to stay with the status quo. So he's one of the uh, great writers, authors of so many published works. So we have the privilege of having him here today. Welcome, Prabhas, and I hope you enjoy this, the call with us today.
Thank you, Colonel. First of all, thank you for your service. Thank you also for the warm
Thank
welcome.
you.
One of the startups that you perhaps will be very close to your heart, where I was visiting their facilities yesterday in Bombay, is called Idea Forge. Last year they bagged a 150 crore order from the Indian Army for drones.
Drones, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was telling in the last venture call that look at how the technology is now proliferating from the startups. In the beating the retreat, if all of us, I don't know how many of us saw it, they had a startup called Boot Labs. That is a startup that was backed by IIT Delhi. And what a fascinating display of a drone. It was actually drone lighting that they gave. But something amazing, now drones are everywhere. It's not only the defense, it's agriculture, it's survey. it's surveillance. Everything is, the drones have proliferated everywhere. And obviously, without any doubt, the biggest user of drones that is going to come, and logistics, just see how they're going to come into logistics in a big way. But biggest user of drones will always be the defense forces. Next, we have, we also, I would like to welcome Mr. Harish Chandra, who's the founder of Motle Innovations. Again, a very, very accomplished personality. He's been a technology leader with 12 years with CTOs and CPO experience with banking, media, digital, financial. He's also passionate, very passionate about innovative developing products, big data technology, machine learning and data sciences, blockchain and large scale systems. He also, is a person who likes to, who believes and likes to continue in improvement and thinks in the future. Thinks, he's a thinker with about technology of the future. So he works with people with different abilities, and he's got strong experience in setting product and technology strategies in banking field. He's worked with Reliance Jio, ST Media, IndiaMart.com, and a number of startups like MobiWik, Ecom Server, OAT Systems. He is also a very, very accomplished and experienced personality. So I also welcome Harish. Harish, it's a great privilege to have you with us today on our call. I would, like to say you to say a few words before I get the founders to have their presentations going.
Thank you for introduction, uh, uh, and also for the possibility to meet young people. I always look for young people and interact with them, and I already made investment in a couple of startups in the last 5 years, a very early stage and very minuscule, but that what interests me a lot. So it's my pleasure that I am part of this, and thank you for this opportunity to be part of this particular discussion.
It's a great encouragement for our founders who are going to do the presentations and all those who are tuned into our call today. To have our some of our investors live today with us on this call. I'm sure we'll have more and more investors coming in, but thank you so much, Prabhas and Harish. I'll also like to set a few ground rules. We'll have two founders today doing their presentations. One is Shalom Kingston. He's the CEO of a venture called Carbon Hubs. This is a venture which is into clean technology. They are have devices and strategies and services for detection and purification of microbial this thing in the air. His business is a revenue generating business already, a running business, and Shalom, I think it's an exciting field that he's ventured into. A lot of people have shown interest into his technology and his business. He's also got some very sound financial. He's got some very sound, financial strategy worked out for him. We also have today with us, the second founders are Mr. Shubham Sarkar and Mr. Thomas Jacob from Infranet. They are into the IoT of industry enterprise products. I'm sorry, there's whenever a call some because I'm on a mobile, someone whenever a call comes, like the video gets disconnected. Uh, it's a it's again another great venture. We all know that IoT is the in thing today. I have a lot of friends who are into the IoT business. One of my friends is in very close by, who's close to me. He works only for the IoT of some big firms like it's called Zenith. The firm is called his startup is called Zenith, and he's into big business now. It's working worldwide now. What he's doing is he's only controlling the electrical gadgets and the electricity usage of big people like Domino's, KFC, McDonald's worldwide. It's a big venture that IoT is the future of technology now. Anyway, we also want to share with you that today we are doing a video recording. Sanjeev is doing the video recording of this whole call. It's actually for the purpose of putting it on the YouTube subsequently, so that if some people have missed the call, they can watch it on the YouTube. Also, if there are any commitments made during the call, we keep it for our record subsequently. Also, I would request everyone to be on mute while the founders are doing their presentation. We will have a small session of question answers subsequently. In any case, we go into a deep dive session subsequently with any investor who is interested later. I'll also take this opportunity to tell you that we have opened our franchisee issue also now, that we want some regional players to proliferate into the tier 2 and tier 3 cities to take our startup ahead, where we can't directly reach out to the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So this is, I'll be telling you a little about it subsequently after the founders finish their presentation. Also, we have a new uh, kind of a vertical that we started, where Sanjeev, our CEO, is interacting directly with the founders, and it's again a way of scouting them to the. It's like a over a cup of coffee that he's interacting with them. It's like a chat over a coffee cup, and then he's scouting them to the investors. So we'll have Shalom do the first presentation. Uh, I would request everyone to be on mute. If not, we will put you on mute subsequently. Shalom, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yeah, so let's have your presentation.
Great. Thank you.